Hey everyone, this is going to be more of a quick video rant update. I don't want to do my usual long ass videos. Breaking news, Sony just revealed today they are eliminating the production of all Blu-ray discs, mini Blu-rays, full-size Blu-rays, everything by January 2028. So if a game releases anytime after that, it's not going to receive a physical at all. Basically, they're eliminating physical entirely. This is greed to an incredible level. This has nothing to do with saving money or cost, because these companies make how many billions and billions of dollars. Sony owns the Blu-ray format. They can print these pennies on the dollar. Literally, it's really fucking cheap. Just like how VHS is cheap, DVDs are fucking cheap, Blu-ray's now fucking cheap, okay? It's super cheap to use. A lot of Japanese still use Blu-rays and mini Blu-rays for storage purposes. It's an incredible storage medium. I love Blu-ray discs. With double density Blu-ray discs, you can have up to like 200 gigs of fucking data on a friggin' one singular disc. No reason they can't have multiple discs. This is all pure evilness and greed. And I want you all to remember back to the launch of the Xbox One. Remember E3? Remember that year? PS4? Was it Sean Layden in that commercial? This is how you share games on PS4. Thanks. That one singular commercial won them the generation. Simply saying, we're not going to do this greedy, evil shit, won them. Now they've gone completely that way. And you can say, oh, well, it's a sign of the times, just get with it or accept it. Nah. If someone's going to forcibly enter your anus and screw you up the ass, are you just going to sit there and take it, or are you going to fight? Right? So, you guys can sit there and take it and accept it. I'm not going to accept any kind of abuse or any kind of bullshit. You got retards and corporate horror defenders on every fucking YouTube channel defending, you're gonna buy it, you're gonna buy it. No, I won't fucking buy it. You brain dead cum guzzling retard. I'm 39 years old. I've been playing games since I was 3 years old. Gaming is my primary hobby. It always will be. I've had more money now than I've ever had in the past, and I will not be buying this trash. If digital is the only way I'm gonna get it, I'm not gonna get it. Unless it's so extremely cheap and on sale, like $5 I get everything, and it's like, well, it's only $5 fucking bucks. I can get a cheap hard drive, rip it onto that hard drive, separate it so it doesn't get an update, and maybe I can play the single player whenever I want. That's what I am trying to do with any digital purchases that I do have right now. And I recommend everyone who has a digital library to start buying cheaper hard drives if they can afford them, and just ripping what they want to keep onto that hard drive. Reason being, story number 2. It was recently revealed to me that Sony has recently deleted a massive bunch of their films from their database. So if you've made a full purchase for a film, you should be able to access that film, whether it's 1 year from purchase, 5 years from purchase, 10 years from purchase. We live a very short life here on Earth. Life is very precious. Fuck off, let me watch my movie. Right? They've deleted them. All gone. So if you purchase that movie, it's gone. You can't access it now. Gone. You have to look at the falling domino effect and look at the signs and everything. All the companies are colluding to getting rid of physical entirely, to getting rid of, oh, we want to get rid of the secondhand market and blah, blah. It's all about greed, power, and control. It's not about providing a better service. It's not about making anything better. It's not about they can't afford it and they need to do this. No, it's pure and utter greed. They're firing more people. They're keeping all the people with the massive salaries, and it's just all about a massive greed fest. This industry wasn't like this when it was birthed, but it has become this now. And if this is what they've become, it's time to take Old Yeller and put them to bed forever. I'm looking forward to the video game crash, and it is happening, and it's going to become more and more apparent to even the masses or the general public. I have an Xbox Series X. It's basically going to be the last system I'm ever going to own. I know my glasses are fucked. The last system I'm ever going to own new. Or newish. Anything else I get now is going to be secondhand. Like, I might get a 3DS for Christmas. I'm looking to get a new 3DS XL for Christmas so I can mod it and I can play all the, like, Mario Kart 7's got a whole bunch of updates thanks to that, and I can play it online again. I'd love to do that, so that's something I would definitely look forward to. I got my GameCube right now. I recently got a copy of F-Zero GX. In fact, why don't I just pull that out? And this just proves my point. This just proves my point. All the companies are greedy and evil to do with this. I got more to talk about GTA in a moment. Here we go. F-Zero GX. Discs in the system. Disc is in the system, dude. I got it in the system. I'm not going to go grab it out because I was playing it last night. And I wasn't doing so well, but I fucking loved it. I had a blast. I was having a hard time. I was failing mission after mission, and I was having fun. You can play this on Switch Online. You have to have the subscription. The second you stop paying the subscription, you lose access to the service. Whatever happened to rent to own? You know, if they want us to subscribe to these services and want to subscribe, I'd recommend, this is an idea that I would do if I worked with these companies, is if we're going to go in on all these subscription services, much like with Xbox, how they used to do, if games with gold, as long as you subscribed, you got to own games. As long as you had the subscription, you would be able to play those games. They should do another system to where if you subscribe to our service, occasionally or so many per month or every so many months, you can pick games that are on the subscription service to download and own forever. So like even if you don't have the subscription, you can still access the game. They should have something like that. They really should. It would get a lot more people willing to subscribe to the service. As I said, rent to own. They should have something like that. They want people to do all this shit. But no. Recent pickup for me, F-Zero GX. Great game. Love it. And I was having a blast. So yeah. And that's where we go to GTA 6 and what's going to happen with their online. What is going to happen is right now GTA 6 is being sold as a single player only story experience. They're going to sell you the multiplayer separate for another full purchase price, and on top of that, you're going to have to subscribe. And even if they don't sell it for the full purchase price, they're going to make you subscribe to this. So like, let's say you're paying for Xbox Live. You're going to have to also pay for GTA Plus or GTA Plus Plus or whatever the fuck they come up with in order to be able to play this game online. They can go eat my fucking shit and die. Seriously. I'm 39 years old. I'm not dealing with this bullshit. I'm owning what I have for now on. If I get it digital, I'll find a way to rip it to a different hard drive. Get it super ass cheap so you can't rip it from that hard drive. Maybe get a secondary console or something so I can play some of these games on that's totally disconnected from the internet so you can't have that control. Because I'm the one that has control, not you. And if I don't have that control, I'm not buying anything that you have anymore. And most of my free time, money, whatever, will be spent towards retro games, to which works just fine. Not having any issues. I'm going to start learning a new skill trade, which is fixing small electronics and learning how to solder. Use a soldering gun well. That's something I am looking into getting into. And especially with being a retro collector, that's a very valuable skill to have. And with the greediness and evilness of modern games and the collapsing industry, having those types of skill sets, and especially with everyone who's going to jump onto retro, especially the masses, once they realize how fucking expensive everything is, having that kind of skill set is going to be valuable. I might be able to make money just fixing people's consoles. Straight up just, oh, it's not working, I can test it and then get it working again, and I can make a bit of cash on the side to survive, to put food in my stomach, because the price of everything, gas and food and wages stagnating, and just the price of up. Gaming's a luxury. Gaming's a luxury, and if you got enough money that you can spend games, and you're one of these brain-dead idiots that are in the comments saying, you'll buy it, bro, with a smile face and a mocking smile. These people would never say this shit in public because they get the shit slapped out of them. Quite literally, they eat a boot to the fucking face. These are the losers. And when it comes on my channel, I'll highlight some of these losers. These are the losers that will own nothing and be happy because they're that retarded that they're happy getting fucked up the ass and having to pay more and more for it. They're happy to be a loser that's a whale that spends massive amounts of money on microtransactions to beat up on basic players. One of the reasons I didn't really get into GTA Online is because it was just a bunch of people that had maxed out gear, that used cheats, that would spawn camp the basic areas for GTA Online and would just kill you over and over and over and over and over again to the point where you couldn't even fucking play. At least I can go into GTA 4's online, have fun, yeah, I get killed, but you can have fun playing the damn game and not be spawn camp, people aren't doing that crap. And GTA Online for GTA 5 had a lot of really great story stuff in it. And I found I couldn't even participate in that story stuff because of all the bullshit I was doing with this online world, shark cards, microtransactions, and all that bullshit, which never should have been there. And that's what all the money and effort is going into. It's not the story campaign. That's the bare minimum that you're going to get with that. All the money and effort is being put towards the Greed Fest, which is coming after that. You're going to have to subscribe to. I can play GTA 5 online right now, and I don't have to subscribe to it. I can play it. I don't have to pay an additional fee every month. Any game that thinks it's going to impose an additional fee, if it's not a really stellar MMO, they're going to die. They're not going to succeed. It's not going to work. And I can't even justify paying for an MMO. I'd do a free one if I was going to play. Like RuneScape, you can do that for free. You can play the game, earn the in-game gold, get the membership bonds. You can do that for free and not have to pay. That's the only one that I actually play realistically at this moment. But if console games think that they're going to induce a subscription service to play online, then you're dead. This is going to collapse. Yeah, it's going to make some kind of money or something. It's going to do some sales, but I think they're really underestimating this backlash. And especially as they reveal more and more information, people are angry and they're on the hunt now. They're not going to let up. This will be the biggest thing that blows up in their face. It's going to be beautiful. And honestly, I look forward to it. There's a lot of young kids that grew up with Rockstar that only know Red Dead Redemption 2 and other things. And a lot of the older people, like myself, are pissed off and very well valid. And you as a younger person should be. You should be listening to the wisdom of the old guy like me that's telling you, hey, why aren't you fucking mad? Do you not know the way things were before? Oh, it's not like that before, so just accept it. Well, you don't just accept something. That can go both ways. Think of how bad that can go. Just because something is the way that it is, you don't just accept it. Do you want to go back when the Nazis took over Poland and took over different areas? Should they have just accepted it and become German and given up their heart and their spirit and everything, all the lives sacrificed? Just because something becomes a new normal doesn't mean you should just accept it. Just because something happens doesn't mean you should just accept it. And that's just good advice. But no, this is sickening. This is disgusting. It's only going to get worse. It is not going to get better. You must speak with your voice and with your wallet. You must be pretty vicious with both. Don't buy the PS6. Don't do it. Stick with the 5. Have a lot of people that, yeah, I'm going to buy it. Don't buy it, because honestly, is it worth it? No. You're not getting that much of a performance increase. Are the games actually going to utilize it? The current consoles that we have now, PS5, PS5 Pro, Xbox Series X, they are not being utilized to their fullest. They are not being pushed to their limits. Not by a long shot, they're not. We need that. Do we need these new systems? No, we don't. They don't offer enough, especially for the price that they're charging. At that point, you're better off just investing in a PC and building a PC rig, despite all the inflated prices with RAM and other things. You're almost better off doing that. But the greed is disgusting. I won't be buying GTA 6. If it gets gifted to me, maybe I might play it. But I'm not buying it. I'm not spending a dime on it. If it all of a sudden pops up for $5 and I get everything for $5, maybe I might do it then, because it's just $5 and that does happen from time to time. You get those rare ass sales to where it's like, I hate digital, but at this price, you kind of can't turn that down. The price is right. The price is fucking right. But 100 plus US dollars to get the, what they say is the full experience. Imagine what that is in Canadian dollars or Australian dollars. Nah, man. You can keep your fucking shitty game. I'll play, if I get a chance to play GTA, I'll go play GTA 4. I'll go play GTA 3 San Andreas that I got downloaded on my Xbox 360. They removed it from the ability to download it to Xbox One or Xbox Series X, but if you own it, you can still download it to Xbox 360, which I do have on a system upstairs. I'll go play that. The Xbox 360 is backwards compatible with a lot of stuff. I could go get a copy of GTA 3 and Vice City, that duo pack combo I can get from my retro shop, and I can play that. I can play GTA 4 right now. I can play GTA 5 right now. I don't need to play your garbage. Hell, here, why don't I show that I am legitimate? Here's a copy of Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars for the Nintendo DS, motherfucker. I'll go play that. I don't need to play your modern day greed fest garbage. I don't need to play your woke garbage. Mike Morhaime is gone from Rockstar. A lot of the people that made Rockstar really awesome are gone. This game is supposed to be woke, pushing a lot of woke elements. It's supposed to be keeping things tame. It's not supposed to be doing outlandish things. I don't even think there'll be nudity in the game. They'll probably censor that too. But I guarantee you they'll have a gay bar that'll be uncensored. I can pretty much guarantee that. It's just I'm not going to be buying this shit. This trash. I'm not into it no more. I'd rather do other things in my life. I'd rather spend my time playing other games and other things and having fun. I got a big backlog that I could be getting into. You know, I'm looking at a copy of Final Fantasy VIII for the PlayStation 1 right now. I am on disc 2. I'm almost there. I got a copy of Spider-Man for the PS1. That was a classic. There's a lot of games I got that I could play for older systems. What am I doing? What am I thinking of collecting next? A Sega Saturn. Very hard to find. I'm having a hard time finding one. I want to get one for the right price. That's something I do want to get into. Maybe I could do that mod where I put the hard drive in it, get the Saru cart, and then I can play all the games, no problem. I might do that, but I would like to actually own the actual physical hardware. But yeah, greedy as fuck. Absolutely disgusting. I won't be buying this modern day trash. I hope you won't either. Please comment down below. And please make your own videos or shorts or anything. Because we have to speak out against this garbage. We must say and do something. Because if you don't, it all falls down even quicker. And hey, if you want it to burn down quicker, don't say anything. Actually, no, if you want it to burn down, you want this greed to stop, just don't buy the shit. Watch it collapse in on themselves. If they're not willing to change, if they're not willing to produce a physical product, if they're going to be this greedy, then they deserve to burn to the ground and cease to exist. And what comes out of the ashes out of that will be definitely a hell of a lot smaller. But what does bore out of those ashes will be of better quality. We'll actually have ownership of things again. It's not just going to... When the industry completely burns to cinders, what rises out of that, because people are still going to want to play games, they're going to be playing retro games, they're going to be doing their own peer-to-peer type servers, they're going to be utilizing the internet and stuff like that. What's going to happen if Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo completely bow to the gaming industry? The desire will be there. And something new will be born out of it. And companies will want to make money. If there's a demand for a product, eventually it will be made, despite the greedy, evil corporate overlords not wanting it. But you have to hold the line. You have to stay the course. You must be willing to be gritty, dirty, violent, nasty, and fight to the bitter end. And you need to be hopeful, and you will succeed. You will succeed. There's no will I succeed. You will succeed. We will succeed. But the entire industry must completely collapse and die. And we must birth a new gaming industry out of that death. That is what needs to happen. So we cannot save. This current industry is beyond saving. It's already dead. It's zombified. It's like Weekend at Bernie's. Put the fucker down. Bury it so it never rises again. And we make something new, fresh, or based off of the values that we actually want. That's what needs to happen. But these companies literally need to bleed to death and go out of business. So don't buy their shit. GTA 6 comes out. It's not having a physical. It's just a code in a box. Don't buy it. Go out of your way to pirate it. Watch a Let's Play. There will be content creators that buy stuff. They're not doing it to be greedy per se or trying to feed the machine. They're doing it. A lot of people do buy stuff to inform, hey, don't buy this because they have an audience, because them buying it stops like 30,000 buys. Okay, so don't be too mad at those people, but those people that buy it, they're going to inform us about it. Just watch a Let's Play of it. You're curious about seeing the game? Watch a Let's Play. Don't buy it. And when they say, why aren't you buying, be very loud and vicious and call up their phone line and say, you didn't give us a physical version, I want to own that. Fuck you, I didn't buy it. You're doing all this greedy stuff, you're going to sell me GTA Online for a subscription? Fuck you, I'm not buying it. And just be nasty and vicious, and every time they try to make a small appeasement, you say this ain't good enough, I'm not buying it. I'm waiting for everything to come on a sale. And we just you stick to your guns. There will always be weak people that won't stick to their guns, but if the masses, or most of the hardcore gamers, stick to their guns, masses will follow. We will make enough of a dent because they've put so much money and hope into this. We will crush their hopes and dreams and break their fucking back. Let's hope for more layoffs. I want to see more layoffs. I want to see so many layoffs in the gaming industry. There's nobody left to make the games. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, and that's what we should all hope to see, because the death of the gaming industry will be the rebirth of the gaming industry, and it won't be corporatized like this. It can't be, because the corporatization killed it completely, and many of the corporations doing this stuff either died with it or were severely diminished. So any rebirth of the gaming industry won't be corporate. It'll be much more akin to what it was back in the 1980s. If you remember that, it'll be small game teams working together, like how Bethesda used to be. You know, it was a really great place to work around Morrowind's time. You could walk right up to someone's office and pitch really great game ideas, and everything was different. You look at all the people that left Bethesda and say there's no hope for a good game from them ever again, and they tell you exactly what I'm telling you. It used to be very different, and when this gaming industry dies, I promise you all it will be very different from what it is now. The rebirth will be just like it used to be from back in the old days, but because companies went out of business, stopped producing consoles, or stopped supporting consoles, like the industry literally collapses. You're going to have homebrew people trying to code and make games for systems. You're going to have more smaller development teams, hobbyists, and that's what gaming started as. Geeks and gamers, hobbyists, people that weren't super professional. Maybe they did go to school and were super ass smart. They were nerds. They were geeks. Geeks and gamers made the gaming industry. And then evil, Satan-worshipping corporate suits took it over. But we can have the geeks and gamers have the control again. But this industry must die. And for this industry to die, we really need and want GTA 6 to fail or not be as successful as they want it to be. We need that to happen. They're pinning all their hopes on this. This fails for them. This doesn't get the results that they want. It's going to create massive shockwaves. I promise you it will. Strauss Zelnick is really hoping for certain payouts and buyouts and things, and we don't want him to be happy. So, yeah, this video turned out to be a lot longer than I wanted, but I wanted you all to be aware. This industry's dying, and there's a lot of greed happening, And oh, I think I had a comment. Why you don't want all digital and why you want to support physical. I do have some digital purchases on my Series X. And I noticed when... And it wasn't just for the games with gold that I had acquired over the years. Someone said, oh, it's your games with gold. I said, fuck you, no, it just isn't. I didn't have access to the internet at one point. Bill wasn't getting paid, didn't have internet. When I didn't have internet, I couldn't contact Xbox. It wouldn't let me play my purchased games that I had fully downloaded and was installed on my hard drive, even though I had fully paid for those games. And Xbox said, oh, you need to set your system as home system. It always has been set as home system. It's never been changed. When you go into friggin' settings, it says Xbox's home system, checkmark. There was a time I had the internet access, but I didn't have Xbox Gold or Xbox Live. They changed it Game Pass Essential, Game Pass Core. So I only kept that because I want to play games with my brother. That's how we maintain a lot of contact. And lo and behold, the games that I had fully purchased, that I had paid a full price for, I wasn't getting access to some of those. Seems like half the games I had access to, half the games I didn't. If I had played them somewhat recently, I was able to play them again. When I wasn't able to play them recently, all of a sudden, didn't have access to them. I needed to connect online to make sure that my system was the home Xbox. So when you see Sony deleting entire movie libraries, stopping Blu-ray production by 2028, all games going forward from them will be digital only. They can delete anything off your hard drive whenever they want. And Xbox tells me that I don't own my games and I need to connect online, even though I fully purchased, downloaded, and installed them. Owning the physical disc is very, very important. Oh, that GameCube and those games are old as fuck, but I'm still able to play them and they're still able to work. NES cartridges are still able to work. You can fix them up and have them working great again. Old hardware can be repaired. There's FGP systems that you could use. Other companies are making systems that will work with old stuff. There's no reason. This is pure greed. And yet we have to fight it. We have to fight it. I'm fighting it, but we all have to fight it. We have to say no. No to this garbage. We're going to lose everything that we have. Our hobby is basically dead. New stuff, at least. But we can save it. But we have to burn the house down before we can rebuild a new one. So, you let me know. Are you going to be buying GTA 6? At launch, you getting that GTA 6 physical digital code only launch? You getting the GTA Lite for $80 plus tax? Or are you getting the $100 deluxe edition, which is main game fucking content just taken out of the fucking game, for an extra $20 fucking dollars? Or are you gonna have a set of balls, a set of ovaries if you're a female, and are you gonna stand by some principles and say, no, I'm not gonna buy this. I'm gonna at least wait. You're gonna provide me a disc that has everything on it. You know, what are you doing when it comes to this? Are you gonna stand by your principles? And also this too, any Xbox owners get what happened to me? Anyone also receive the same problems? Are there any of you Sony users out there that have built a nice digital movie library that had some of your favorite movies removed? Please say something down below, and if you don't want to say anything down below, please make your own video or short and let it be voiced. Silence is compliance, and if you're silent, you're compliant. I'm not going to be compliant, and I hope you won't be either. Have a good one.